What's ripening YouTube? Hey, I just wanted to share my latest experiment. I've been trying to air layer a lot of stuff this time of year. For one, we just had a full moon, so the moon is waning, and for the second is that we're going into fall and things are starting to slow down. And my theory that I'm working on right now is that when the vegetative growth starts to slow down, that the root development starts to pick back up. I think it's kind of an annual cycle. It kind of, you go vegetative, then you go roots, vegetative, roots. They say it goes with the lunar cycle, but I think it also probably goes with the annual cycle too. So I'm doing a lot of air layers right now. Earlier this year I tried doing air layers on my Barbados cherry, which is this right here, because these trees have become mature enough they started producing fruit. So now if I take an air layer, I can get a mature wood tree right off the bat, versus having to start from a seed and put the seedling through the paces, going through, you know, being a seedling, then an adolescent, and then an adult tree that produces fruit. I can skip all that with air layering. If you don't know about air layering, look it up. It's all over YouTube. You can find out. But I wanted to show one of my innovations. The challenge I had last time when I did my air layers was that, if you notice, I used the aluminum foil around the media that's against the trunk. And if you watch one of those other videos, you'll understand what I'm saying. Basically, I stripped the bark off the branch, and then I packed it with wet peat moss or wet coconut coir, and then wrapped it in aluminum foil. Basically, you're trying to exclude the light, and you're trying to retain some moisture so that the roots will develop in here. And then once that happens, you cut the branch off, and you take this whole branch, pot it up, and have a new tree. The problem that I had with these is that they're really reflective, and believe it or not, they actually attract cardinals. I have cardinals that they actually wake me up every morning. They come out here. My windows in my house have a reflective film on them. I don't know if you can tell. It's got reflective film, and they see themselves in that, and they're always pecking on the windows and making a ruckus. But so basically they've become kind of obsessed with anything that's reflective, which includes my air layers. So what I've been doing, last time I did the air layers, the birds were pecking into them, and then they dry out. And when they dry out, then the roots don't develop. So this time I'm wrapping them with, I basically took an old beach towel, cut it into strips, and I'm wrapping them around all my air layers. So here's what it looks like. This is giving the aluminum foil some protection, so the bird's not going to peck through that, you know, not going to peck through a towel. And it's also giving me a little bit of insulation. We have a cold snap, it's supposed to come in a few days. It's supposed to get down into the 40s, I think, at night. And I don't know if that really will have any kind of impact on these, but I think this little kind of sweater will help the air layers survive that. So that's what I wanted to show you. Try it out if you've tried air layers and you've had any issues with squirrels or birds. Try wrapping it with something else. It looks kind of cool too. It's kind of like a Christmas ornament. This is about as close to Christmas decorations as I get at my house. So anyway, that's what's ripening here. Happy growing.